It is Wednesday, August 13th, and we are starting this vlog off with a plot twist. I have a posing session with Cyd Gillon, Miss 8-time figure Olympia champion. She had an opening today at 4:30, and I said, heck yeah, definitely sign me up. However, the flight wasn't going to get me there on time, and I'm not one to just take things lying down. I'm one where there's a will, there's a way, and the way was driving to Atlanta. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel and welcome to the Atlanta Pro show vlog. It is Wednesday, August 13th, and we are starting this vlog off with a plot twist. I am starting this vlog off in Nashville, driving to Atlanta. So essentially, right before I got on to my flight from Milwaukee to Nashville, I was supposed to have a connecting flight from Nashville to Atlanta, pretty much like back to back. I was supposed to get into Atlanta by noonish or so. Well, right before I got on the flight to Nashville, I got a text saying, your flight to Atlanta has been canceled and you've been rebooked on a later flight. And that flight wasn't going to take off until 2 p.m. and I wasn't going to get into Atlanta until after 4 p.m. Which normally I would have flexibility to make that work, except for very exciting news. I have a posing session with Cyd Gillon, Miss 8-time figure Olympia champion. Yes, because she lives in Atlanta, and my coach was like, you know, she lives in Atlanta, maybe you could set up a posing session. I reached out last week. She had an opening today at 4:30, and I said, heck yeah, definitely sign me up. However, the flight wasn't going to get me there on time, and I'm not one to just take things lying down. I'm one where there's a will, there's a way, and the way was to rent a car and drive from Nashville to Atlanta and make the like 4.5-hour drive or so. So yes, welcome to the mini road trip now to Atlanta. I'm hoping at least I'll have some good scenery driving through, but yes, we're on our way. Got some rain, but hopefully no big storms for this trip down there. But I at least wanted to kick off the vlog and fill you guys in because, yeah, things aren't always going to go to plan, and that's why you need to have some cushion from the time that you're going to get in, because I don't compete till Friday. Check-ins aren't until tomorrow. And yeah, just being willing to pivot and make the best out of it, and also not get stressed when this stuff happens to you. I could easily be freaking out and stressed out, whatever. And honestly, now I'm just like, all right, cool. I got a 4-hour drive in the car where I can just chill, listen to music, listen to some podcasts, and just kind of vibe out and do the posing session with Cyd, which she said I could film, get some clips at the end of our session as well. So stay tuned because Cyd's gonna be on my vlog. So yeah, everything happens for a reason. We're making it work. And I had a free car rental, like day credit or whatever. So this trip is literally costing me $11 plus gas. So no skin off my back. Again, making the best out of it. But yeah, welcome to the vlog. And also, if you guys are not subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below and the like button as well. Yes, I am excited for this vlog and excited for my final show of the year. So let's get into it. All right, stop number one. I made it like an hour before I had to pee. And I also had to heat up a meal. And I've mentioned this previously, but if you guys don't know, pretty much every single gas station has a microwave. So this one was down there. Sometimes it's a little bit hidden, so you gotta ask where it is. But yeah, now I have a hot meal. Found some red pepper flakes too, and then snagged an energy drink. These are so good, Swedish fish flavor, and then just a liter of water too. So yes, get back on the road. Getting a little view of the mountains as I'm driving through here. At least the scenery is nice, even though it's rainy and traffic is stop and go. But hey, I'll take some nice views as I'm going. Okay, just finished stop number 2, bathroom break, and then heated up meal 3, which I think is 90 grams of chicken, 150 grams of white rice, and some asparagus. So this is gonna be the next meal going down. We have a little less than an hour and a half till we get to Mableton area, which is where the Madhouse Gym is. And then yeah, I have my directions queued up to essentially go right to a grocery store, pick up what I need, and then I'll bop over to the gym, and then I'll be able to do my posing and everything and eat yet another meal. So yeah, getting back on the road and getting trucking again. All right, guys, we made it. Stopping at Kroger, like I said first, and do a little shopping trip, and then we're gonna get over to the gym. But I'll show you guys what I get, what I need to be nice and prepared for the show. I'm pretty far away from where the show is, like 40 minutes away. So I have a feeling that I'll be able to find rice cakes without an issue, unlike last time, because this time I did not pack some extra rice cakes. So hopefully that's the case. I'll keep you guys updated. All right, just pulled up to Madhouse Gym. Not gonna lie, outside looks a little sketchy, but that normally means that it's a good gym on the inside. I'll show you guys, give you a little peek. But yeah, I'm gonna go check in, get settled. I don't want to be too disruptive, so I'm not gonna vlog my way in, but I'm gonna send a check-in to Coach, so I'll film that for you guys. We'll see how I'm looking, and then we'll see if he makes any adjustment to pre-workout food. But yes, this is the outside of it. Essentially, it's like just like a strip mall kind of thing next to like an auto parts store. Doing a terrible job, you can like barely see, but yeah, this is the outside vibe. So it doesn't look too inviting, but again, that normally means it's a good gym on the inside. So let's head in. Okay, this gym is huge, but I got my suit on, and then there's like a bunch of back rooms back here too. So I'm just gonna set up in this little room here, set up my tripod, and take some check-in pictures. So let's see how I'm looking. Weight is almost the same as when I woke up. So we'll see what Coach does for food. All right, guys, this is the posing room. Madhouse, train insane. Yes. Smashed my pre-workout meal so fast. Started sweating. So much cream of rice. But yes, feeling good and ready to pose.
And come on out. Beautiful. Don't flex those knees. Good. 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 And walking. Yeah.
Okay, posing session is done. Oh, this light. But yeah, was super duper helpful. I'll put up some of the comparison. She essentially took pictures of my posing before, and then with the tweaks and everything, which was really nice to see. But yeah, I got a little video of the individual routine as well. We got a couple pictures together at the end, but I'm gonna get changed, and then we have a low glute, hamstring, and shoulder pump workout. So I'll see if I can get some clips of that, and then we're gonna head to the hotel. right, gang, we are back. I'm eating my post-workout meal, which is 200 grams of white rice, 90 grams of chicken, and then I also do get 2 rice cakes and a tablespoon of honey on those rice cakes. But I am now on my way to the hotel. However, I have to stop at Walmart on the way, unfortunately, because my food scale, my travel size one that I brought, something spilled on it and it no longer works. So yeah, we're gonna stop at Walmart and then we're gonna go to the hotel, finally check in, only like 7 hours later than originally planned. So yeah, the adventure continues. And then once I get to the hotel too, or at some point, I will debrief you guys on how the posing session went, like in more detail, because it was a lot of different little tweaks than what I'm used to, and it was extremely helpful. So shout out to Cyd, she is a genius. Oh my gosh, guys, I made it. It's been a day. Literally been up since before 4:30 because I woke up before my alarm, classic. But we made it to the hotel. I should have, oh yes, a fridge and a microwave. Yay! Beautiful. So everything I need. I didn't have to bring my little travel pot, which I love. But I'm going to get unpacked here. And then I think I am going to drop off the rental tonight and just get it over with. Because otherwise I have to pay $40 to park overnight, which I am very tempted to do. But we'll see how I'm feeling once I'm unpacked and what time it is. But yeah, I think I'm going to drop it off and then come back and eat dinner, which I'm really excited for. I'll show you guys, or I will very much try to remember to show you guys my dinner meal because Coach added some extra food to that. So yeah, I'm gonna get unpacked, and then I'm gonna check in with you guys. Also my face, oh my gosh, so sunken in. This is the tail end of prep. And honestly, today was a little bit stressful. Go figure. However, I'm glad that I got all of this out of the way now, and then tomorrow I should be able to chill and just have athletes check-ins and tan and eating and all that stuff, but like literally just veg in this room. I'm really glad all this happened today, and I'm really glad, again, I always plan to get in 2 days before the show, just for issues like this. All right, I will check in with you guys in a while. All right, I'm glad I dropped off the rental car tonight because it ended up being a lot easier and quicker than I thought it was going to be. Literally 2 minutes up the road and then like a minute SkyTram ride back. So got that out of the way, and it's about 9:15 now, and I have my meal fairly well dished out, portioned out, so I can show ya before I cut everything up and heat it up. But I have 5 ounces of the Mom Meals flank steak. Love this, so good. And then 200 grams of roasted red potatoes. And then I'll have, I think, 200 grams of the zucchini noodles that I got from Walmart. And then what else? And then a tablespoon of nut butter, so almond butter, which I'm really excited for as well. But you can probably see in my eyeballs that I am very, very tired. So I think I'm going to wash up for bed, heat this up, scarf it down, send Coach my final weight of the night, and then we're going to call it. Because again, it's been a day. So I hope you guys are enjoying the vlog so far, and I'll catch up with you in the morning for morning check-ins. Good morning, guys. We are 1 day out. Let's go. As you guys saw, I did my check-in pictures first thing out of bed. My weight ended up dropping a little bit, so I was holding around 121-ish, right below the last couple days as we've been kind of loading carbs. But then after all the travel and just running around yesterday, I knew my weight was going to drop a little more, so it's right under 120, so 119.8 this morning, despite having, I think we ended up a little over 350 grams of carbs yesterday. I sent my pictures and weight and everything to coach this morning. He already got back to me, and we are increasing carbs from what was originally planned, essentially for the first 3 meals so far. And then we'll see kind of where I'm at. Normally for peak weeks and whatnot, we'll do like 2 days out, kind of like 3 and 2 days out is when we load carbs. And then the day before the show, ideally then carbs come down a little bit, fats come up a little bit to kind of stabilize the macros and stabilize where my body's at and help kind of just dry out. But again, since I have more room to fill up and since my weight dropped, that's why coach added some more carbs for the first couple meals. And then again, we'll see where I'm at. He may add some more carbs later, or if we're just looking good, then we'll just kind of hold at base and then I'll follow plan for the rest of the meals. But I am setting him a check-in after meal 3. I'm going to do a pump up and then set him a check-in, and then he's going to see how we're looking and then make adjustments as needed. But I just made my first meal, so I want to show you guys. So what we have here is 230 grams of white rice, 70 grams of chicken breast, and then 1 whole egg. And then I have to check. I don't think he added any nut butter, but I'm going to have to double check. Let's see. I always print out like my diet plan or whatever, so I can have a hard copy of it just because it's easier to see. Okay, no, that should be accurate. And then, yeah, I had a cup of coffee this morning, and water today is around 1 gallon, and we're going to finish that by 6 o'clock. And then after that, it's just like sips of meals after. Also, apologize. I feel like this vlog, like my brain is a little bit all over the place. It's the 3rd show, losing it a little bit. So apologies that like everything is so sporadic. But I'm going to eat this meal 1, and then I still need to catch you guys up on the posing adjustments and whatnot from Cyd, but we'll circle back to that next. All right, we are back, and it's around 1:30. So I'm eating meal 3. Meal 2 was 90 grams of chicken and then 200 grams of white rice. And then this meal is fairly similar. I have 130 grams of chicken, 200 grams of white rice, but then I also get the tablespoon of almond butter as well. And I also did my makeup and did my hair. As I mentioned in previous vlogs, I always like to curl my hair once the day before the show and then get like the hairspray and get it a little bit gritty. So then by show day, it just curls better and it holds better. So got that done. And then I look a little more presentable for athletes check-ins, which I used to show up to athletes check-ins at the NPC level, completely scrubbing. But at the pro level, when you go to check-ins, they take pictures of all of the IFBB pro athletes in front of like the banner with their numbers and stuff once they're checked in. And those go up on NPC News Online. So I do like to look a little bit more presentable when I go to these pro level check-ins. All right, so I'm gonna eat this meal, and then we have the pump up and posing, and then we're setting another check-in to coach. So I will film some of that for you guys. And then I can also talk you guys through, again, some of the posing tweaks and stuff that's Cyd made. Talk you guys through some of the changes that Cyd helped me with yesterday. So essentially front pose, my arms before were a lot higher, like elbows were a lot higher, and then hands were closer to my quads. Now essentially arms are lower, softer bend in the elbow, delts and shoulders up just a little bit, and then really pushing and bringing forward my lats. So that's the change there. For the quarter turn, lower body stayed the same. And then Arms, similar of arms came down a little bit, softer elbows, and then really focusing on bringing the lat on both sides out more and towards the judges. So from the side, really making sure that that lat is coming out and then that delt is staying nice and capped on both sides. Then bringing this delt up a little bit as well. And then also what I have to keep working on is trying to stack my ribs. So before my ribs are coming out, and then ideally they should essentially be more so caved in, just to make my overall waist look smaller. From the back, this is the hardest one, essentially not flexing my glutes. So leaving glutes as relaxed as possible, and then really just activating through the hamstrings to get the adductors to come out. And then similar to the front, arms came down, elbows actually come back a little bit towards the camera, more so. And then really just stretching and trying to get as much width as I can, hips back, and then chest up, chin up, back as well. And then same thing on that other side. So essentially, I'm going to keep hammering these quarter turns because all these little tweaks, they're not ingrained in my brain like the other quarter turns were. So that's what I'm going to keep practicing today. But definitely good changes, and I'm excited to teach my clients these same changes as well. All right, I am all ready for athletes check-ins. I want to show you guys a little fit check. I got the first form crop top, and it also has this like super cute open back. And then Mommy shorts, first form socks again today, and then my white leather Converse. So yeah, I like to try to represent either my team or my sponsors when I go to athletes check-ins. But yeah, I'll check in with you guys once I'm back. And then essentially I have my tan at 4:45, and then I'm going to come back again. I have a posing client that booked today, so then I'll have that. And then I have to go back one more time at 7:45 for a tan. So lots of running back and forth now, but I'm here for it. Okay, so we're back from athletes check-ins, but there are 23 girls. Yeah, because I don't think I filled you guys in on this. There's 23 girls in figure, which it's more than Tampa, but less than the 30-some girls at Chicago, so I'll take that. I got to chat with some of the girls and meet some of them, so I'll have some friends backstage. It's going to be a really tough lineup, I'm not going to lie. There's a number of competitors that just competed at the Masters Olympia last weekend that flew back and apparently decided to jump in. There's several Olympians. Everyone is looking pretty massive. So we'll see what happens. The goal again is top 10. But honestly, Linda Murray was talking to all the athletes. They actually did like more of like a formal meeting this time. And she was saying, yes, it's great to win, but winning isn't everything. It's the journey. It's what you learn along the way. And she just gave us a reminder of we need to be present and soaking all of this in. And it was kind of like this moment where I'm like, wow, okay, I really needed to hear that, because honestly, going into this show, this being my third show now, and once the competitor list came out and I was taking a look at some of the girls, I'm like, oh my gosh, they look freaking incredible. And again, they're all bigger than I am, let's be honest. And so I was like, well, I really want to do well. We'll see what happens. And I was just kind of getting down on myself, like, okay, what if I don't do that well? What if I get last call outs? Whatever. And, just kind of being like bummed thinking about that. But honestly, the fact that I even get to compete as a pro is incredible in itself. The fact that I have my pro card and I'm able to take you guys through this journey is a blessing in itself. And I should not take that for granted. And she was saying, like, soak it all in, when they call your name to come out on stage, all those little things, I really shouldn't be taking those for granted, because it's a privilege to be able to be here as a pro and competing amongst these amazing women. And again, this is my rookie year. So I'm learning. I'm a small fish in a big pond again. I already am excited to grow in this off season, but at the same time, I can't just fast forward to the end. Like, I need to soak all of this in. Every single show, every single thing that happens, it's a learning opportunity, and it's going to get me to where I ultimately want to be. But it is what it is. And I'm really glad that she gave us that reminder, because it put me in such a better headspace, and I'm feeling a lot more positive and a lot more grateful, and honestly just feeling a lot better going into tomorrow. So it was very timely. But yeah, I just finished heating up my next meal, so I'll show you guys before I forget. I have this meal. It stayed the same. Coach didn't make any changes, but he is really liking how I'm looking. But I have 130 grams of grilled chicken and then 2 rice cakes. So nothing too crazy. But yeah, I'm gonna get this down and then need to change out of my white crop top because that is not tan friendly. So I'm gonna get into my tan dark clothes, dark loose baggy clothes, and then we're gonna head back to the venue. And it's literally right across the street, but it takes, I timed it, it takes about 10 minutes to walk from here across the street and then all the way to, what is it, Expo Hall D. So it's a bit of a trek, so I want to make sure I have enough time to get there on time for the tan. All right, and now we are heading back to the venue for the tan. I did opt to get 3 total coats of tan. Sometimes shows will offer, like, you can get an additional base coat, essentially. Otherwise, kind of the standard is you get 1 coat the day before the show or like the night before, and then 1 more coat the morning of the show as well. And then the first coat does develop overnight, so it does get darker. Me being a little bit more pale, I opted for the 3 coats because you don't want to be too light on stage. It's all the little details of, you put so much time, effort, money into prep, and you just want to make sure that everything comes together. And honestly, the stage tan is a very big part of that. You want to be safe, just go through the show to get your tan done, and then you'll for sure match everybody else. So make sure you're dark enough. And then the other thing too is then they do the touch-ups and the glazing backstage. When I used to do my own tan, I would have to pay like $20 or something like that to have them glaze and like glue my suit if I needed it and all that stuff. So it's just much easier to go through the show for it. Again, still do my own hair and makeup, and I saved, probably just about $1,000 doing my own makeup and my own hair this year alone between 3 shows. Definitely worth it in my book. I have gotten requests to do like a full makeup tutorial on how I do my show day makeup. So I will be having that come in soon. I also was wondering if you guys want me to continue doing these vlogs after prep. Like if you want me to do essentially like an off-season series, or I can do like mini topics or whatever. But if you guys do want me to continue these vlogs, and if you're enjoying them and finding them helpful, drop a comment down below. Give the either like thumbs up emoji or like the praise hands emoji in the comments down below if you guys want me to continue doing vlogs in the off season, and if you want to continue to see me outside of prep and see me get fat and happy. Okay, almost to the actual expo hall, and the tanning stuff is right behind the stage, which is nice. So I'm gonna see if I can get a little clip of this expo hall and stuff before the craziness of tomorrow. It actually looks like there's a number of vendor booths that are gonna be set up. All right, I smell pro-tan. But this is the venue. Pretty big expo hall. And then yeah, a bunch of these tables where vendors are gonna be setting up. And then got the stage back there. Very legit. Heck yeah. And yeah, it looks like the guys are just finishing. Oh, Bulletproof. Oh my gosh, I'll have to say hi to him. I met him back at the Reno Sports Festival. Yes, and then pro-tan back here. Sweet. Let's get dark. Okay, first coat of tan is on. Yay, I made it back to the hotel. Yes. Love how close everything is. And I was chatting with some of the girls backstage again. I love the figure girls because I feel like we're just all really nice to each other. So it's nice to know the bond with some of them. But yeah, I'll catch up with you guys in a bit again. Alrighty guys, back from my second coat of tan, and yes, definitely gonna be dark enough, and then I have one more tomorrow morning. I have my last meal, which is some white rice, flank steak, and then I also get a rice cake with some almond butter on it as well, and that's gonna top it off for the night. Water-wise, I had a little less than a gallon total today. Finished that by 6, and now I'm just taking sips with meals, and then if I have to like take any supplements too, I'm using it for that. But yes, limiting water, and I think that's about it. So I'm gonna relax for a little bit. It's about 8:30. I think I'm gonna probably try to go to bed by 9:30, and then I'm gonna wake up around 5 tomorrow morning to get the day started. The final show day of the year. Yay. I'm excited. It's going to be a good look. Going with the red suit, which I am loving how that's looking. I actually sewed the cups into place. Me and my sewing my suits before stage this year. I don't know. But now they're staying in place, which is great. Makes it just a little bit easier. And then, yeah, posing adjustments. Those have been messing with my head a little bit just because obviously changing something 2 days out or in 1 day out of being able to practice doesn't give me a ton of time. But I am going to try to take some time tomorrow morning before prejudging to go through quarters again and my individual routine. And then it's stage time. So I'm excited. But yeah, hope you guys are enjoying the vlog so far. I'm going to eat this and then I'm going to get some sleep. I'll catch you guys in the morning. Good morning, guys. Happy show day. Let's go. What time is it? A little after 5. It's 5:15. Actually slept pretty well, I would say. Woke up at 2 once and then was able to get back to sleep essentially right before my alarm went off. My weight is 120.2. So pretty much in the ballpark target range. I think Coach might have to add a little bit of food this morning just to get that weight up a little bit. But yeah, I'm gonna start my makeup here. And also, I got my spare light set up too, which I'm super happy because if I turn this off, I can. What is the lighting in here is so bad. I don't know how I would do my makeup in this mirror without extra light. So it just goes to show, bring a spare light because you never know if you'll need it. That's also how I take the check-in pictures without any daylight right now. Works out perfect for that too. So yeah, let's get glam. Woo! Alright guys, I'm all ready. Yeah, just kidding. I do have my makeup pretty much done though. Just need a lipstick, eat my next meal, and then hair's all curled and I pinned it up super cute because I'm going to get my third coat of tan now and have to have my hair up. So I figured the best way was just to pin up all the curls and then as soon as I get back, I can take them out, hairspray, touch up any curls that are needed, all that fun stuff. Yay, and it's light out finally because it's East Coast time. It's been messing with my head because the sun goes down a little bit earlier, I think, and then comes up later. But yeah, next coat of tan, going down, and planes flying overhead. Alright, top coat of tan is on. I'm going to be dark. Hopefully not too dark because that is also a thing. But again, I'd rather just not be too light, so I'd rather err on that side instead. I am hungry already. That's the thing about show day is, especially for the pros, because we go on typically a little bit later for prejudging, you don't actually have a ton of food before you go on because you want your stomach to stay nice and flat, and then essentially just filling up your muscles a little bit with carbs and whatnot. But yeah, by the time I get off the stage, I'll probably have only had not even 1,000 calories, maybe somewhere around there. And I do have a restaurant picked out, and I have a reservation there too. Looks really good. I'll have to show you guys the menu because it looks like a little bit of a southern twist on some stuff, but they got a good looking steak, which is I think what I'm really hankering for. Final look for today. Oh my gosh, yay. Everything turned out very good. Glitter did not give me trouble with the eyeshadow today. Love that. Did wrestle a little bit with the lashes and the magnetic eyeliner, but we got it there. Hair turned out great. I did have to touch up some curls once I took them down from the clips, but honestly that worked pretty dang well. And then we got the red suit. Oh, I love it. And then I did a darker lip, so there's red underneath and then it's mixed with a mauve color too, just so it's not bright red, because it's hard to pull off on stage, so we toned it down just a little bit. Oh wow, I am in love. Best look to date, hair and makeup wise and physique wise, so I love that. I'm feeling good. I just ate my rice cakes, rice cakes, honey and almond butter, and then I'm gonna do a little bit of a pump up and then some more posing. I did hit some posing practice after I finished getting ready, and then I'm gonna hit some more of that and then start to get packed up, and I don't know, might just head to the venue pretty early because why not, and then I can get a spot backstage and get settled. I did realize the Masters competitors go on first and then open, but I think it's all they're gonna do all figure back to back, so back to back figures Masters and then figure open, so I won't be going on immediately, but it should be pretty much right after, so yay. So excited. Alrighty guys, it is about 9:40 and got all my stuff packed to go to the venue, so I think I'm just gonna head over there and be really early and grab a good spot, put my feet up and just soak it in, because otherwise I'm just going to sit here being okay, what time is it? Do I need to head over? Blah, blah, blah. So this way I can just get backstage and then go relax. If it's one tip I have for you guys on show day, get backstage early. Hang out there, even if your class is later in the show, just get a spot and hang out, because the worst thing is missing your class or getting backstage late and trying to panic, pump up and all that stuff. You want ample time and you want to be nice and chill. So that's what we're doing. Let's head to the venue. Yay! All right, I'm posted up now backstage. Got a nice spot up against the wall. And got my feet up on my suitcase. Very big backstage area. And I think posing and glazing are back there, or gluing and glazing, I should say. And stage is up that way. And then amateurs are going currently. So I think it's bikini up right now. See what time it is. Exactly 10 o'clock. So got about an hour before pros start, and then we got Masters will go first, and then it'll be open. Alright guys, just got off the stage from Prejudging, and I have myself all packed up, so I'm heading back to my room for a bit. It's a little after noon, and then finals start at 4. I'm hoping that I was able to find some stage footage of like the callouts and comparisons and whatnot, and I'm hoping that you guys just saw that layered in. Can't record the live or like go back and rewind the live stream, I don't think, but we'll see what we can do for stage footage. Individual routine, nailed it, I think the best that I have in terms of execution. The only thing when I started, because they let us do the T-walk where, you know, I walked to the back of the stage and then hit my first couple poses and then walk forward to the box. I didn't realize how big the stage was and like where the center stage was, so I stopped short of what center stage was for the first little part of the routine, and then had to like diagonal walk up to the box for the rest of it, which that's fine. Didn't let it bug me or, you know, throw me off or anything like that. But I felt so confident up there with the posing tweaks and stuff like that. And then in the like quarter turns too, honestly, by the time like I got to stage and I had a bunch of practice this morning, and then backstage I had some nice big mirrors, which was awesome. I actually felt really good about how I was hitting my quarter turns. So call outs wise, I did end up in the third call out. However, I was all the way on the end on stage left, and then Tyler moved me over closer to the middle, but like on the stage right side, I think, and then went through another round of quarter turns, and then he moved me in again, actually even closer to the middle, which is awesome. I don't think he moved anybody else either. I think I might have been the only person that got moved in that call out, which is super exciting. I don't know how many girls were in that call out and again exactly where I finished, so I'm trying to get my hands on some pictures or videos or whatever of that call out so I can tell. But either way, it's looking like my best placing to date, and I think this is by far my best look to date, posing wise, physique wise, hair and makeup wise, confidence wise. Like, I wasn't shaking at all whatsoever, and all of the essentially like the last 2 weeks I've really been hammering the posing conditioning and like holding my poses, and that definitely came in handy because I was rock solid in my poses, so I'm super proud of that. I'm gonna head across the street here, head back to my room. I think it'll be probably time for another meal, which I think is just chicken and rice, like 200 grams chicken and, 200 grams of rice and then a little bit of chicken. But yeah, I'm gonna touch base with the coach and then go from there, and then we'll head back for finals. But I'm really happy with how Prejudging went, honestly, floored. Okay, hair is touched up and makeup is touched up as well, and I'm heading back to the venue for finals. I'm so happy Figure gets to go first again, so I can just do finals and then have the rest of the night to relax. But yeah, it's about 3 o'clock right now. Finals start at 4, and then I'm assuming I'll be done by 4:30 at the latest, and then I get to come back, and then I also have a big thing of water with electrolytes and stuff ready for me here when I get back as well, because I'm thirsty and I'm also starving. And I think coach is probably going to give me like a rice cake or two with some honey before I go back on stage for finals, but that is not gonna even put a dent in my hunger. So yeah, after I get back, I'm gonna shower and then get ready for dinner and enjoy the night. So yeah, let's head back for finals and finish this season strong. Alright guys, heading out from finals. This is what it looks like. The whole crowd. Big setup.
Number 30,
honestly, big fan of this venue. I like it. Alright, I'm not sure how well you can hear me in there, but yes. It's a wrap on finals. And yeah, essentially for finals. Oh, also, because you guys would have just seen it, live stream wise, I couldn't find a way to like watch it back, so wasted $30 buying that to try to like get screen recordings, whatever. So instead, I messaged the photography company. I said, hey, can I add on like the video package of the full show? And they said yes. So I sprung for it, and I paid the extra $100 for you guys, so you could see the full show. So I should be getting all of the stage footage, which means you guys would have seen all of it. So yay, because you guys are worth it, and I want to be able to show you everything. But yeah, so for finals, if you're outside of the top 10, then you just go out, do a wave, and then you're done. And Tyler came backstage for live feedback right away again, which I love that he does that, so helpful. And yeah, he recognized me right away. So he was pretty much like, yep, same feedback as at Tampa, which you guys didn't hear me talk about that. He said essentially just more overall development, particularly in the legs and the back. And then I did ask him, because I can't remember if I told you guys last time, he did make a comment on my other suit that I wore, that it was a little bit too narrow in the back, and that ultimately was because I had to sew it, and because I had the back straps like pretty dang tight for Tampa, it just narrowed the whole suit bottoms. So this show, the suit, didn't have to sew it, and then I made sure the back straps weren't quite as tight so that it was a little bit wider across the back and it wasn't quite as narrow. So I asked him, I said, yep, sounds good. What about the suit? Was that better? And he said, yes, it was. So I was trying to just gauge, because I couldn't tell the suits. This suit and the purple suit that I wore is, I would say, like more of like a European style suit, if you will. And it is more narrow and less coverage in the back, but that works well for my physique. And again, I've never had to have my suit glued before with those suits. So I wanted to make sure of like, is it that style in general, or was it just, again, the way that the purple suit ended up looking? And he said this one was better, so yay. So I can keep rolling with this style of suits, which is nice because these are my favorite. But yeah, I'm gonna see if I'm gonna set up my tripod, or try to at least set it up somewhere outside the convention center, just to try to get some pictures in natural light. The influencer in the wild. I don't know, it looks like it might start raining though, so proceeding with caution. We're gonna cut the rambling off. Yeah, I feel like there's something else I was supposed to tell you guys too. It'll come to me, and I'll fill you in. Let's get back to the hotel. Yeah, I'll get some clips of me being a shitfluencer in the wild, as I like to call it. I am all ready for dinner, so let's check out this little dinner fit. So I got some cute shorts with a little zipper on the front, high neck tank, and then just some clear nude basic shoes, and then kept my stage really on and did a little like half up, half down kind of thing, because my hair did get a little bit messed up when I washed off the tan. But it feels good to be out of this tan and into some fresh clothes. I am very hungry now, and I've had literally nothing since I got off of stage, except for just like chugging water and then half the energy drink. My Uber's on the way, so I'm gonna head down. But yeah, let's head to dinner, and I'll show you guys how to get there, of course, too. Alright, got Nuevo Bar and Grill, and starting with Caesar salad, just on the side, and then sweet potato cornbread. Very intrigued, very excited for this, so let's give it a go. Okay, that sweet potato cornbread, absolutely amazing. And now my main course is here. Look at this, this looks so good. So we got ribeye steak, and then I switched out the sides for Parmesan truffle waffle fries, mac and cheese, and then fried corn. I love corn so much, so I'm so excited to try this. This looks amazing. Let's dig in. Made it back from dinner. I definitely did not finish it. I have like legit a whole nother meal that I took back with me, and then I do have a microwave, so we'll see if I heat any of it up and munch on it later. I do have an Instacart order hopefully on its way. I got some Halo Top, little like mini can of Pringles. Oh my gosh, what else did I get? I don't know. Let me see. Can't even remember. Okay. Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah, actually not that much. Okay. So I got Halo Top, which it looks like there's new flavors of. Excited to try those. And then I did get some chocolate fudge brownie things from the bakery. And then, yeah, the little can of Pringles and another gallon of water so I can keep hydrating. And then in the lobby, I saw they have microwave popcorn, and I'm like a huge popcorn fiend. So I got this, and I'm going to, I don't know, maybe I'll make this as I'm waiting for my Instacart order to get delivered. Aside from that, though, I do have the chocolate rice cakes that I picked up. I actually had a couple of these with a little bit of almond butter right before I left because I was ravenously hungry. And then I have my little graham crackers from the Southwest flight as well. But yeah, nothing too crazy. Honestly, I try to be a little bit strategic after the show of like, okay, what do I really want? And I wait until I'm done with the show to figure out of like what I'm ordering on the menu and what I'm getting if I get any like treats afterwards, just because 9 times out of 10 your stomach or your eyes are gonna be bigger than your stomach, and what you think you want before you compete most of the time changes by the time you get off stage. Like I didn't eat anything really except for like the couple rice cake chips before dinner, and then just waited until I got to dinner, and honestly everything was super satisfying. So yeah, that worked out really well. But I think I'm gonna put my feet up and chill and either watch more Gossip Girl because I've been binging that, or I might try to find a movie or something to put on. And then tomorrow, I don't think I told you guys this either, I have a photo shoot tomorrow, and it's like right near this area too. I'll see if I can get clips of that for you guys. But with that, I can't binge eat a bunch of food because I still obviously want to look somewhat good tomorrow. I never really fully binge after shows anyways. But yes, that's even more incentive to keep it in check a little bit. And then when I get home tomorrow, that's when I may splurge and get a pint of Ben & Jerry's and enjoy some of that, because I just wanted to keep it a little bit lighter with the Halo Top tonight instead. So yeah, I'm excited for all that to get delivered, and I'm excited to just chill. I might pick up the camera one more time tonight. Otherwise, I'll check with you guys in the morning. All right, good morning, guys. It's the day after the show, and I wanted to take a second to wrap up this vlog because I have decided to split this into 2 vlogs of all the show day fun leading up and then the actual show day, and then splitting it up so that the what I'm eating today post show and the photo shoot and traveling back home is a separate video, because I really want to show you guys what I'm eating like the day after. It also helps me for accountability of what I'm eating as well. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this vlog and this series and this whole prep season, because I know I have. It's been absolutely incredible, and I'm so happy I've been able to take you guys along with me. But yes, like I mentioned earlier, let me know if you guys want me to continue these vlogs in the off season, because I think I could have a ton of fun ideas, and then also just being transparent and showing me at all of my phases, for better, for worse, and taking you guys through it and helping you guys through your journeys along the way. So yes, in the meantime, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, and have that notification bell rung so you don't miss when I upload this next video. Thanks, guys. See you in the next one. Bye.